Hey YouTube, we are back again this week for another video portion of the Daly Dose Sports Podcast. Hey, and I just want to say right up front, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there watching. Hey, today on the Daly Dose YouTube video, we are actually listing a number of things that we have to be thankful for. Even in a year like 2020, there's still a lot more to be thankful for than you might think. Gonna talk about some of those things right now. So let's switch over to the Thanksgiving portion of this week's Daly Dose. You know, the year 2020, it is without a doubt going to be memorable. We will remember it. No matter how much therapy we may have to have, we are going to remember it without a doubt. But this is Thanksgiving week. Tomorrow, we will gather to give thanks. Well, maybe. I guess depending if your governor lets you get together in groups larger than maybe 2 or 3 and actually celebrate. Or maybe if you are getting together, I don't know, on a Zoom call or whatever with your family or with your friends. You might go around the virtual table this year and be asked what it is that you are thankful for this year. Here's the thing. You don't want to get called on and have nothing to say. And this year, it's a little bit rough. But if that happens to you, it's going to be awkward. Well, today on The Dose, we are listing a number of things that we are thankful for this year because even though 2020 has been challenging, I mean, we had a global pandemic. We had, at least here in the States, a bitter presidential election. We still have a number of things to be thankful for. Now, obviously, if your loved ones and you are healthy, you have jobs, you have homes, you have enough money to pay your bills, then you have a ton to be thankful for. But you know, even during the pandemic, I mean, you do realize what is important in life. And I hope that this pandemic has taught us that. You've got family, you've got friends, you've got your health. Hey, that is the most important thing in life. But, brief side note, sorry, got to go off on a little bit of a tangent. I am absolutely horrified right now by how little people are paying attention to their health. Like everyone talks about it, like, oh, are you getting sick? Oh, have you been tested? Like, stay inside, wear your mask, don't gather in groups larger than, I don't know, 1. Okay, I get all that. Totally understand all that. Doing all those things. But let me ask you this. Are you working out? Well, no. You going outside? No. You taking some vitamins or some supplements? Man, that's witchcraft. I don't do that stuff. Are you eating healthier at least? Well, I mean, I'm eating whatever DoorDash or Grubhub will deliver to me. Yeah, you should probably spend more time on those things than hiding under your bed. Because I'm telling you right now, you will be way better served. Also, stop watching the news so much. But I mean, you do you. Do what you need to do. But let's move beyond the realm of daily life. And let's get to what we are actually thankful for in the world of sports today. Because while 2020 has been weird, it has been an uncomfortable year in sports, there have still been a number of positives. And no, I'm not just talking about tests. So I want to start today by saying I am thankful for Michael Jordan in 2020. Here's the thing. Remember back in March and April when the pandemic was just kind of getting rolling and everything was being canceled? And everything was scary. And everything was like truly awful. And then we got The Last Dance documentary in April. The documentary that featured Michael Jordan's final year with the Chicago Bulls. And for an hour or so on Sunday nights, we were transported back to a much happier time. And we got an inside look at MJ's level of competitiveness. The Last Dance actually ended up having more viewers than the NBA Finals, but it was a much needed break from reality. So I am thankful for Michael Jordan in 2020. Plus, you know, his personnel moves with the Charlotte Hornets even this year, like they're hilarious. So we've got that too. I am also thankful for Major League Baseball. I know. I give MLB a hard time a lot here on The Dose. Get back in your chair. It's not that shocking. But I'm actually thankful for the way the MLB went out this year. They made some really difficult decisions. They got through their season. They didn't have a bubble. People were telling them all over, you're going to fail. You need to shut down. Well, they made it through their season. They had a pretty entertaining postseason too. I'm not going to lie and pretend I'm an MLB guy, but I was thankful for what Major League Baseball did this year. Hey, good for them. they got through the season. I'm also thankful for Los Angeles Dodgers outfielder Mookie Betts. I know he was great in the postseason. He was clutch in the World Series. But you know why I'm thankful for Mookie? Because he looks like he's having fun out there. Wait for it. He looks like he's having fun, this is going to sound weird, playing baseball. Kind of a crazy concept, right? He doesn't care if you get hurt feelings because he hit a home run and he's like jumping for joy going around the bases. He's having fun. And he doesn't care about all your silly unwritten rules. He plays hard, he has fun, and he produced in a big way this season. Plus, again, added bonus, him being in Los Angeles just crushes Boston fans. So, I mean, win-win. I am thankful this year in 2020 for the National Football League. And please, don't misunderstand me. The NFL does a lot of really, really dumb things all the time. I get it. Their new rule about hiring minority coaches literally encourages racism. So don't get me wrong. The NFL does plenty of stupid things. They make stupid mistakes all the time. But I am thankful that the NFL came out. They found a way to conduct their draft back in the spring. When, by the way, everyone was saying they couldn't do it. They have had their season rolling along, mostly, again, without too many issues. And again, they have to make some tough decisions, but they've done it. And they have powered through those decisions. They have given us an entertaining product. I'm thankful for the NFL this year. I am also thankful for New York Jets head coach Adam Gase. No, I seriously am. You know, in his head coaching career, Adam Gase is terrible. He was 23-25 in Miami. Since then, of course, Miami has gone to a team that is terrible to being maybe a playoff contender this year. And now with the New York Jets, Adam Gase is 7-19. He's been awful. But in these uncertain times, as we keep hearing, isn't it a little encouraging to know there are idiots out there that somehow still have their jobs? There's so much bad news in the world right now. I mean, good for you, Adam Gase. You're completely incompetent. You're totally inadequate. You give us all hope that maybe someday we'll all get paid a lot of money despite being terrible in every aspect of our job. And for that, Adam Gase, I am thankful. Moving over to college football, I am thankful for the Nebraska Cornhuskers football program. You know, as a young football fan growing up in Colorado, I was subjected to the Big Red Nation over and over, like every single year. They would come into Boulder, they would whoop the CU Buffs, they would talk trash, they would make fun of Colorado, and they would go back to their desolate homes on the plains. Of course, in the 80s and 90s, Nebraska was completely dominant. They blew out every team they faced. They ran the ball down your throat. They shut down your offense with that vaunted black shirt defense, and they beat up a number of women along the way. Well, as a kid, I would just be furious. I would just be seething. I hated Nebraska. And I wished and I prayed somehow, someday, Nebraska will maybe be terrible. And people will make fun of Nebraska. And we would all laugh at Nebraska's football program. They would be lucky to win like a game or two. Someday it has to happen. Well, kids, that day has arrived. And for 8-year-old Clint Daly, I am extremely thankful for it. Just a few more things to mention today. I'm thankful for the NBA. No, I mean it. I really am. I know they got all political. They torched their TV ratings this year. I get it. But I'm thankful for the NBA. And I'll tell you why. After watching the all-star teams that players are making every year, the Clippers, they put together an all-star team. The Lakers put together an all-star team. The Warriors have their all-star team. Every single year, we're watching this superstar stuff. Every single year, we're watching superstar treatment from the officials. We're watching just terrible officiating in general. We're watching LeBron James tell us how we're all horrible racists, and we're watching the flopping and the whining. But I'm thankful for the NBA because it really makes me appreciate college basketball. And I know, college hoops has their own problems. We know they're paying players. We know there's some dirty stuff going on over there. But I'll say this, the product in college basketball, it's light years ahead of the NBA. You don't have the superstar stuff. You don't have the flopping stuff. You don't have the officiating, just making calls for players they like over other guys. It has a little more integrity at least. We lost March Madness this year. And I know college basketball is going to have some challenges and some obstacles this year. But after watching the NBA, I don't care. I would gladly watch any college basketball that comes out instead of that horrible product that is the NBA. I can't wait for college basketball to come back. Finally, I say it every week, but I am genuinely thankful this year for anyone and everyone who listens to the Daily Dose. If you contribute in any way, if you send in texts, maybe you tweet the show, maybe you send us questions, maybe you send me articles or ideas for top fives, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just listen. Maybe you just watch the YouTube videos. Maybe you share the podcast in some way, or again, maybe you don't, but you listen every single week. I want to say from the Daily Dose to you, I am extremely thankful for all of you. Okay, YouTube, be sure that you go out and you check out the rest of the podcast. This week on the show, we are discussing the first college football playoff rankings that came out this week. We hand out a few winners and losers in the NBA for their draft and for this early session of free agency that we have. Plus, we have a Daily Dose top 5 for you as well. With all that has gone on in this crazy year, 2020 has been crazy. Who are the Daily Dose sports turkeys of the year? We've got 5 of them for you. So make sure you go and you check out the full podcast. I will leave a link here on YouTube for you in the comments. Hope you are all doing well. I will see you all next Wednesday. Have a great week. Have a safe and a very happy Thanksgiving.